progress we're making on vaccinations now is going to produce results in the weeks ahead. The sooner you get fully vaccinated, the sooner you'll be protected. According to the experts from the Yale School of Public Health, the pace of our vaccination effort has saved over 100,000 lives and have prevented more than 450,000 hospitalizations. This is critical progress, where we need to move faster. As I mentioned before, I've imposed vaccination requirements that will reach millions of Americans. Today, I'm calling on more companies, I should say, in the private sector to step up with vaccine requirements that'll reach millions more people. If you're a business leader, a nonprofit leader, a state or local leader who has been waiting for full FDA approval to require vaccinations, I call on you now to do that. Require it. Do what I did last month. Require your employees to get vaccinated or face strict requirements. And as I said last week, vaccination requirements have been around for decades. Students, healthcare professionals, our troops are typically required to receive vaccination to prevent everything from polio to smallpox, measles, mumps, rubella. In fact, the reason most people in America don't worry about polio, smallpox, measles, mumps, and rubella today is because of vaccines. It only makes sense to require a vaccine to stop the spread of COVID-19. With today's FDA full approval, there's another good reason to get vaccinated. So, please get vaccinated now. If you go to vaccines.com, or text your zip code to 438829, 438829. You can find a number of vaccine sites near you, just minutes away, where you can get your shot without an appointment. All around the world, people want these vaccines. Here in America, they're free, convenient, and waiting for you. So please go today for yourself, for your loved ones, for your neighbors, for your country. I'll close with this. We're in the midst of a wartime effort to beat this pandemic. It's one of the biggest and most complicated challenges in our history. And it's based on an unparalleled vaccination program that is saving lives and beating this virus. It's a vaccination program that's getting us back to our loved ones and a way of life we were used to. It's happening, and it's going to keep happening. If you help, it helps our economy. It gets everything moving. It keeps us growing. Together, we've made significant progress in just 7 months. We just have to finish the job with science, facts, and confidence. Together as the United States of America. So please get vaccinated today. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
Hello, you've been watching US President Joe Biden there saying that the Food and Drug Administration has now given full approval for Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine. I'm Lynda Kinkade, and we're going to continue on this story. Dr. Jayne Morgan joins us now here in Atlanta. She's the Executive Director of Piedmont Healthcare's Coronavirus Task Force. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Nice to be here today.
So we just heard the US President there, and he referenced the fact that over the last week there has been a record number of people get the shot here in the US. 6 million people, 6 million shots in 7 days, he said. That's the highest in a month and a half. What does today's FDA approval mean for the Pfizer vaccine and those who may still be hesitant to get a shot?
You know, I certainly think as we look at the Kaiser Family Foundation data, where 3 out of 10 of these fence sitters are expected to come down from that fence. Now that we have full FDA approval, they are awaiting something that provides additional confidence and empowerment in the system. And so I don't think that it will move the needle a large amount, but certainly there will be some percentage of those fence sitters that come off the fence. It certainly empowers corporations, organizations, federal establishments to begin to mandate this vaccine with confidence. And therefore, we also have a greater impact and a greater reach to our citizenry to get vaccinated via our corporate responsibility as well.
Yeah, Dr. Morgan, I wanted to ask you about that because we did hear the US president encouraging companies to ensure that their employees are vaccinated. We have seen more and more companies here in the US, as well as organizations around the world, mandating vaccines. Obviously, here at CNN, it's mandated Facebook, Google, Twitter, Morgan Stanley. Do you think we're likely to see more companies, more organizations mandate it now that we have this full approval from the FDA?
Absolutely. I think we're going to increasingly see more and more and more companies move to provide an absolutely safe environment, as safe as possible for all of their employees to return to work and feel comfortable that they can come to work and not bring anything home, especially to their children who are under 12 years of age. This full FDA approval is the same as all of the other prescribed medications in your medicine cabinet. These is exactly the same, but this FDA approval, and that provides confidence to quite a few people. I think we will see an uptick in vaccines, but I think we also will see this being led by corporations, federal agencies, and organizations who began to make it a requirement as a term of your employment.
And now, today's approval was for vaccinations for people over the age of 16. Currently, here in the US, emergency use is available for anyone as young as 12, as far as I understand it. How long do you think it will be until we see full approval for children?
So the children dossier was submitted in May. And so it's about 4 to 5 months behind, or I hate to use the word behind, but on a different timeline than the adult submission. And so I think we should expect perhaps November or December. Certainly what we're seeing with the FDA is this all hands on deck, and they are understanding the urgency and the importance of getting this done and engendering confidence of the American citizens. So I think we should expect to see that in November and December. Those trials, as well as the trials of children as well for Moderna and Pfizer, the FDA did ask them to expand some of their enrollment to make it a bit more robust so they could look at more data. And so I still think, however, we will be on a timeline of November and December. But don't forget, still available under emergency use authorization for all ages 12 and older, and we still should absolutely move forward with getting these vaccines. We should have a lot of confidence in the safety, the efficacy, and the review process of these vaccines.
Exactly. And as the US president again reiterated, this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated, certainly in countries where the vaccine is widely available. Dr. Jayne Morgan, good to have you with us. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
We are going to take a quick break. We're going to have the very latest from Afghanistan in just a moment. Stay with us. You're watching CNN.